When a man turned up nearly dead on a busy road in Thornton earlier this year, police chose not to tell that man's family a critical detail, and he died a few days later.
9 News investigates. Jaleesa Irizarry digs into a mystery that has one family still wondering what exactly happened.
The future can feel daunting, that ache of driving into the unknown. But maybe what hurts more is knowing what happens next.
Yeah, I don't want you to get run over, so.
If I get run over, I'll be dead.
That's true, you would be dead, and we don't want that.
Janine Islas can only shake her head at those words.
Stay out of traffic, okay?
Words she wishes never came true.
He loved his family a lot.
He always wanted to help people, no matter who you were.
For Carolina Lewis, her son Rayvon Lewis was not a perfect man, but she didn't need him to be. She just needed him there.
What happened?
Around 8:15 p.m. on May 4th, Thornton police responded to a man hurt in the road.
We don't know.
It was Rayvon, barely breathing.
Fell off of a truck. I don't know how, but
no one really knew what was wrong. They didn't see blood, just Rayvon.
I don't know if that's what this is.
They didn't let me go straight to his room, so I knew something was wrong.
Rayvon was pronounced brain dead. He was taken off life support 2 days later. Janine, Rayvon's cousin, was there.
We want to know what happened. We want to know if there's anything more than what is being said.
According to people on scene, there was only one person who witnessed what happened.
that bike that was here said he fell off of a truck. I don't know how, but they left.
Police eventually found that man, who stressed that's what he saw. Then, a Thornton traffic officer was assigned to a death investigation.
And he said that he's going on a vacation, and when he gets back, they're going to address it.
But Carolina says no one really did address it. They waited weeks for answers that never came. So they went searching for them, starting their own investigation, and finding, of all things, a 911 call.
Thornton Dispatch, how can I help you? There's a gentleman that was in here. He was crossing through cars going by. I'm just afraid that he's going to get hit. I don't know exactly what's wrong with him.
2 hours before Rayvon died, about a mile down the road,
Anything I can help you with?
police found him very much alive. The entire interaction lasted about 55 seconds.
Well, just stay out of traffic. I don't want you to get hit by a car or anything, okay?
All of it caught on the officer's body-worn camera.
Yeah, I don't want you to get run over, so.
If I get run over, I'll be dead.
That's true, you would be dead, and we don't want that.
Police never told Carolina about any of this.
It made me sick to my stomach. It made me realize that the justice system that's in place, they're not doing their job.
Would you have told the family sooner about that interaction with officers beforehand?
Absolutely.
Detective Sergeant Wayne Atkins and Detective Kevin Gifford
The officer cleared the call and they parted ways.
took on the case after the family's discovery.
Why was the family not told about that?
I got this case almost a month later afterwards. The initial officer who was assigned to investigate this case was a traffic officer. I don't think that the information was getting relayed back and forth to the family. I would have done some things a little bit different if I had that case.
You all good? Someone called, they were worried about you because you were walking around in traffic.
What remains in dispute
You all good?
Yes, sir.
is that 55-second interaction. Not long enough, says the family, for the responding officer to realize Rayvon needed more than a few words of advice.
I absolutely do believe if they were asking more questions, really trying to find out what's wrong with him, absolutely, he would have been alive.
We do know, because of his autopsy, the coroner believes Rayvon died of a head injury. We also know he was very drunk.
Even if the young man at the gas station knew, he automatically knew there's something wrong with him.
Can't really say without being there, but from what I saw, I thought the officer did everything and asked him, the questions, are you okay? Do you need help? Can I help you? Can you please stay out of the street? I don't want you to get hurt. So I think he did everything that he knew to do at that time.
Law enforcement expert and former cop Dr. David Thomas disagrees with Atkins.
I can tell you, looking at the way he's standing and he's kind of unsteady on his feet, that he's high or something's wrong with him. I can tell you that. From my perspective, I think I would have probably spent more time asking those questions and to see if I could get the person a ride from the location where he was to get him off the street.
Getting him off the streets is what Rayvon's family wishes officers would have done, especially because of what first responders noticed when they put him in their ambulance.
About the one from the check well being. He said that, yeah, the drunk guy, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we got a check well being earlier for a guy that was drunk and stumbling into traffic. So I don't know if this is going to be if that's what happened.
Okay, gotcha.
They said it out of their mouth. They knew he was intoxicated.
That belief is what drives them forward, down a road that feels even more daunting now.
You knew that prior to finding him in the street, but you did nothing to intervene.
Thornton police do admit there are some things they could have done differently in the first 30 days of this investigation. It's why they're looking to change who and how these cases are handled in the future. As for that truck, police believe Rayvon fell out of. All they know is that it's a white two-door Ford or Chevy pickup truck. They have not been able to find it or the driver. And it's important to point out they have one person's account of what happened. That is it. That is the only information they have. And there's still a lot of questions here of, did he fall out of the truck? Did he jump out of the truck? Who was driving the truck? And the family still wants those answers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so sad when they're treating him after the fact that they're like, oh, is that the guy? Like they were aware of it. It's just, I mean, they must have had regret in that moment, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, hindsight, you can say they should have done this, they should have done that, but still 55 seconds, that feels like a very short interaction to think 2 hours later this young man lost his life.
Yeah, and this family is continuing this investigation. They want to know exactly what happened. They're actually fundraising to get a private investigator. So hopefully they get those answers.
All right, Julissa Irizarry, thank you.